Hey, thanks for watching my channel. This is going to be a reading for Scorpio. I hope you're doing well. Your season is on its way, right? We're in Libra season and then you guys. So hope you're planning some fun stuff for your birthday. All right, we'll start off with an oracle card from the Ancient Animal Wisdom Oracle deck and we'll see what comes up, okay? All right, Spirit, what do we have here for Scorpio? Now in the next several days. Okay, we have the Chameleon, which is 12, which is 3. Let's see here. So, I feel like there's something here. You have an advantage because you're good at possibly like hiding or like blending in or fitting in. There's some kind of advantage that you have because you're good at something here, and it has to do with like fitting into a bigger picture. Okay, let's read from the book and see what it says. You also have those 4 spirals there. Number 3 and number 4. You might be seeing repeating 3s and 4s. You might want to look up the angel number 1, 2, 3, 4. I know it sounds silly. It's just counting from 1 to 4, but you know, look it up. I bet there's something in there for you. All right, Chameleon. So the key word is awakening. Your intuitive senses are heightened at this time, and you have the ability to hear and feel more than others. This awakening gives you access to other realms and allows you to see the world from 4 distinct viewpoints. See, isn't that funny? 4. Great Spirit above, Mother Earth below, your soul within, and the universe that surrounds you. If you find yourself not understanding a decision, person, or situation, call on Chameleon to bring you clarity. Today you can renew your spirit and be open to an expanded perspective by turning your heart towards the sun and listening to the whispers within. You are of the rainbow energy that is teaching new generations to live in a higher vibration. This awakened energy presents a positive influence on the world. Beautiful. You're going to see repeating 4s, I'm telling you. All right, let's start with tarot. Okay, Spirit, what do we have here for Scorpio? Now in the next several days, messages Scorpio needs to hear. I'm also getting a message. If something doesn't look right, try turning it sideways and see if you notice anything different. You have the Hierophant. There's something here about your beliefs. You're having a spiritual awakening, Scorpio. I mean, the card of awakening and then the Hierophant. You're having a spiritual awakening. There's also something that might be changing with your view of commitment. Your idea of like commitment or your idea of marriage might be changing. Okay, we have the 9 of Wands. Something's a lot of work here. You know, it's a lot of work. You're on this spiritual journey now, and it might feel like a lot of work, or like you've been through a lot. There's trials and tribulations. You could also have an idea of the amount of work that comes with being married or committed. But there's something here that it's like an acknowledgement of how much work something takes. Also, strong Taurus. You have the 5 of Cups. The mind is a labyrinth. The mind is a labyrinth. It's like, if this is about a spiritual awakening, you're going to parts of your psyche that you haven't really like fully like been like conscious of. You know, there's the subconscious, but there's something here about like tapping into parts of your psyche that you haven't really tapped into yet. So it's like you've gone through trials and tribulations, but you really know how to like get to these points in your head that it benefits you, because there's something in there, like naturally in there, and it benefits you, and you know how to go in and get in there and unlock something. It could even be like meditating to deal with like hard times, but there's something about like really getting deep in your mind and knowing how to get there and then get back out and like know if you need to go back to it and like know how to like go right back. So then we have the Seven of Swords here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So the Seven of Swords in this card is 7 nails in the coffin, but he's like getting out of the coffin, and it says hope and reflection on it. And after these trials and tribulations, it's like you've come out of a transformation. So you've already transformed. Something's really changed your life dramatically. It's like something's really changed everything. And there is a period of reflection, but there's also this idea of having hope. It's like you're at this point on your journey where the heaviness of it all, it's you know how to like visit it and reflect on it, but you also know how to have hope. It's like this idea of like letting something. It's like you're not going to forget about this, but you know how to like compartmentalize these things in your mind. And that's worth a lot, you know? That's worth a lot. There's like power of mind here and power of thought, but it's all because you're on this path right now. It's like these things happen and they change things for you, and you've unlocked something in yourself here. You have like a broader view also. It's like not really like this idea of tunnel vision anymore. It's like you have a broader view. 5 of Swords. You might even be like understanding like now when somebody who may have been difficult or is difficult, when they act a certain way, you almost understand why. And they probably haven't told you. It's like there's an understanding of like possibly the human psyche. It's not just like, it's this idea, I'm getting something strongly here in this message, this idea of like knowing what's in someone's head. And again, compartmentalizing things, but it's like you know almost what's going on in someone else's head here when they act out. The Devil. You might think that the devil's in their head. Strong Capricorn. Fear. Or obsessive thinking. You know, the devil with this idea of the mind, it's like fear, like obsessive thought. Unwanted thought. But again, compartmentalizing. If something's unwanted, it's like you know how to control it or something now. 5 of Wands. Okay, Scorpio, we need to talk. You got Happy Squirrel, which is funny to come out after all of this, but there's someone here who on the outside looks like everything is just peachy. Everything here is just great. They look happy. They look optimistic. They might have nice teeth. They might have some nice things. Like they might have like nice material things. They might seem to have a little skip in their step even. But that's not who they are. There's something in this person's mind, and there's a lot of like there's like a war in someone's mind, basically. The devil with the 5 of Swords and the 5 of Wands surrounding it is intense, like unrest. That's very intense unrest. There's a lot of fear. It could be this idea of changing fears too. It's like if this is about you and your spiritual journey, it's like your main focus now is you know how to like handle your own fears. You know how to handle your own mind a lot better because you go from 5 of Swords to Devil, which is like, it's like you go down the rabbit hole kind of like mentally. And then the 5 of Wands after that, it's like someone it's like he's trying, at least. He's got like 5 hands and 5 bats. Like he's trying to get control over it, and he does. And this card, actually, in this deck, the skies are blue, and he's got 5 bats and he's got the ball in his hand. So it's like what used to be like overwhelming for someone to deal with, whether it's like arguments, or again, I'm getting strongly someone's mind here, and getting a grip on these fears. It's like someone knows how to control it now, and it's caused them to see things differently. I'm getting strongly see things differently. Like, remember I was saying, like, no longer tunnel vision, like a broader perspective. Like, I'm seeing that. I'm like, someone actually like sees in the peripheral now what's going on, and like they don't just like see, like deal with one thing that's in front of them. It's like they're able to like be like, well, this is connected to this, which is connected to this, which is connected to this, which is connected to this, and then if I look at all of that together, I can manage that, because it's not just like one thing that by itself seems like crazy. So there is something about that. Also, listening to music, or like a certain podcast, or like listening to someone talking might be helping you. You feel like you're getting your ducks in a row. You're getting everything together. It's like you feel like more put together than you have, and it has to do with like where you are in terms of like controlling the mind. What else for Scorpio? You're gonna, like the next several days, you're gonna feel much better. It's like you've come out of a very difficult time, and you're gonna feel much better. Because you're going to realize exactly how much it's like how much of a, not threat, that's not the right word, but it's like you're powerful. It's like 5 of Wands. It's like determined to be the one that comes out successful. Because 6 of Wands comes after that, which is victory. It's like someone who's determined to go through the battle and determined to go through the turmoil and to come out victorious. So, and it's gonna be good. I mean, you get a positive card after that. Nice. We got the Ace of Pentacles here, so there could be like a large sum of money or like a big payout. You could also be getting a big gift. It's a big, nice, solid, real award or gift or sum of money. You have the 3 of Swords, so you wind up getting a gift from a painful situation. It could also be this idea that you get money from a situation that was like painful, heartbreaking. The Devil. You do have the Devil twice, Scorpio. Knight of Pentacles, though. You're making progress. It's a long journey. You're making progress. You're making progress. You're taking charge of your mind. You understand possibly what goes on in someone else's mind, or just people's minds in general during times of unrest or challenge. You understand something here about like the human mind or your mind. It's powerful. This is a very powerful step in your spiritual path here. And the Devil twice, it's not easy. It's not easy. You realize the amount of what I'm getting from this last row here is like, you get something really good here with this Ace of Pentacles. Like, I feel like ultimately Happy Squirrel Ace of Pentacles is like, you feel great. You really feel like truly, truly great. you might not be at the point where you're 100% done with something and you're victorious. It's a done deal. It's like you might not be totally there yet, but you're getting close to it because you feel great. And you realize the amount of pull something had on you with the Three of Swords and the Devil. Like in between these two cards of progress here, with something, a blessing, you're getting a blessing here. And then you're moving forward. Your health might be improving. Your money might be improving, both. But it's been a long process. It hasn't been easy. And the most amazing thing here is you feel like, when you feel like this, it's like you haven't felt this good in a long time, or like I've never felt this good before. And there's something about that makes you take a step back and be like, oh my God, I was in this situation, the Three of Swords, the Devil, like I went through so much pain in this situation, and it really hits you. It's like, I feel like this now, and I look back and I realize how much pain I went through in this situation that I've brought myself away from, and it just like hits you. You're like, I can't believe I went through all of that for the Devil. Like I fell into it, you know, but you're making progress and you're moving in a positive direction. I do want to say that part of this positive direction is going to be that moment where it really hits you. So it's going to be heavy, okay? I am seeing that. It's like someone on their journey and realizing how much better off they are, and they take this look back at what they went through, and it's going to hit you. Okay? I see that. But that's part of that's valuable. It's going to be intense, but it's valuable because it's really truly going to feel like you're on your way to a better place, and you've come out of that and you're in a better place. So I'm not even going to clarify here because I felt such strong energy in this reading for you, Scorpio. What's funny is I did all the water signs and you're the last one. And I started with Pisces, and it was a very weird energy. It was a very, very weird energy where someone felt very like confused, or like they couldn't get something started. They couldn't like start something over again, or couldn't get something started. And I actually filmed over 20 minutes for Pisces and had to shut the camera off and redo the whole thing. And even when I redid the whole thing, I still felt that energy of there was something wrong. There was something wrong. I don't know how to fully explain it, but I felt like I wasn't making sense, or like it might not look like a lot, but it took so much for me to get here to be able to finally like start this. Or I mean, you can watch the Pisces video if you're interested, but it was such a weird energy. And for your reading to come up so strong and clear, because I kept getting the Seven of Cups for Pisces too, and that means confusion. Like confusion. There's so much confusion like in the energy for Pisces. And there was something about when I redid the reading and I finally got something, there was something about messaging coming in. It was Eight of Wands and Page of Pentacles. And there was something about communication coming in about like money, or about like a permit, or like paperwork. But it allowed someone to finally like get started on something. So I don't know if you're dealing with a Pisces or what, but if you are, you could watch that reading, okay? But your energy is very clear here. It's like, again, the mind. There's something about the mind that's so strong in your reading, Scorpio. And it's like there's so much clarity. There's so much clarity with the mind. Someone realizes really like what they... It's like with the devil twice. It's like someone realizes like how bad it got. You got moving and traveling. You got smile. You got friends. I threw that on the floor. Very nice. Let's see what it is. You have grandparents. And you have the end. So moving, traveling, and the end, that matches. And it actually matches the devil. So I don't know if there's a Capricorn who's going to be moving or traveling. And their trip is coming to an end here. But I don't... It could also be like whatever you got close to here, this negative, this really negative energy. It could be a person, a toxic person. It could be like a toxic habit that you picked up for a long time and you've moved away from it. It shows with the end, with the matching the devil card and traveling, moving. It's like, it's over. It's over. I do feel like you're moving away from this, you know, and that doesn't have to be physically. You got friends and grandparents, so there could be something here with like your friend's grandparents or your grandparents' friends or someone's grandparents. Grandparents and friends are tied together here. And you do have smile with that Ace of Pentacles. I'm telling you, you're getting a big blessing, Scorpio. It's going to be a lot of money, or it's going to be like a nice, beautiful gift. Or possibly even someone may ask you to commit to them for a relationship. I don't really see much love energy here. I think it's more so like financial, or it could be like good health here. But it's some kind of nice, beautiful blessing that's coming in here for you. And it ties to that chameleon too. So I'm not sure exactly... there's a lot of colors in that chameleon, so I feel like ultimately it's like you know how to adjust to things a lot better now. You've really developed a skill of fitting in with your surroundings or with situations that are probably beyond what you were comfortable with before, because again, there is something here about a very strong, in-depth understanding of the mind. Very beautiful reading, Scorpio. It was a pleasure doing it. If you liked it, please thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Take care.